Call of Duty has a big cheater problem. We all know that, but it also has a cheater defending problem where people go out of their way to defend cheaters for God knows what reasons. And then there's also a cheater blaming problem that they have, but we're going to get all into that later. I want to get into some numbers here, guys, show you guys the true scale of how many cheaters are actually in Call of Duty. And we're going to use these smallest numbers possible just to give them the benefit of the doubt. We're going to be very conservative with this. We're going to stay pretty small on these numbers. And I want to show you guys something right here. Let me change this light as well, because this one's kind of annoying. And let me change my face cam here so I can show you guys some of these numbers. All right, so playing 1 hour ago, this is just on Steam, there was 60,000 players who played an hour ago, and in the 24-hour peak there was 67,000. We're just gonna stick to 60,000, okay? And then we know that, let's say, for example, Battle.net only has half the amount of players on Steam, so in total that's 90,000 players on PC. And PC is roughly 28% of the total player base. So 28% of 90,000 is what number? Well, it turns out to be 300, and we're just going to say 20,000. Like I said, we're going to stick to the smaller numbers here. We're not going to go up. We're going to say 320,000 players on at any given time. This is like the lower peak hours, not the peak hours, it's the lower hours. There's going to be 320,000 players playing Call of Duty at any given time. Now we're going to say 1%. 1% of 320,000 is only 3,200 cheaters on at once. We're going to say that 1% is how many people are actually cheating in any form. So hacking, using scripts, doing anything, literally anything that qualifies as cheating. We're going to say that is 3,200 players. It doesn't seem like a lot, right? There's 320,000 people online. How are you going to run into 1% of players? Well, guys, let's run some numbers here, because this is where it gets crazy. I just did it before, but let's just run some numbers here, okay? There's 320,000 players on. We're going to say that on Warzone, there's 150 players per map. And we're going to say on Rebirth Island, there's 50. So now we're at 200, right? And then we're going to say, because multiplayer is a lot smaller, there's a lot, the group is only 12 people per lobby on average, we're going to say 24, because you could run more lobbies of multiplayer with less people than you can of Warzone. Warzone, you have one big lobby, whereas in multiplayer, you could fit so many different lobbies into that amount. So we're going to say 24 players on Warzone, all right, or on multiplayer, my bad. So now we have 74. 74 is a pretty big number, but it doesn't make sense either, because that's 50 plus 74. So now we also got to add the Warzone, okay? It should be 224. So 224 is what we currently have, right? That's how many people are in 3 lobbies going on at the same time. We're going to say on average. So 224 divided by 3 is 74.6. We're going to say 74. That's where we were at before, all right? So now, like we figured out, there is 3,200 cheaters on. There is 74 players on average per lobby. So what can we do here? How can we figure out how many lobbies are going on at once? Well, we're going to say 320,000 players on divided by 74 will give us 4,324 lobbies. 3,200 cheaters. 4,300 lobbies. That's insane. That is insane. So if we do 4,300 and we divide it by 3,200 cheaters, every 1.34 lobbies you get into will have a cheater in it. And this is worse. This is basically if we're looking at multiplayer, right? All those kind of things, and Rebirth Island, all those lobbies put together. On multiplayer, you could probably go 2-3 games without running into a cheater with these numbers right here. Cool, makes sense. But if you're playing Warzone, that number is skewed. That number doesn't show the true scale of it, because now you have 150. So we take that number, we divide it by half again, you're at 0.70. You're gonna have 2 cheaters per Warzone big map lobby, which I think is actually crazy. I'm gonna change these lights again. I think it's crazy, guys. I think those numbers are insane. I think it's crazy. 2 cheaters per lobby is pretty bad. But that doesn't mean that every lobby is going to have a cheater, because there are less cheaters on than lobbies going on, and multiple cheaters could end up in the same lobby. And a lot of times you got to also think there's a shadow ban going on, where a lot of these cheaters are shadow banned. So we'll say even half of them are shadow banned and half of them aren't. So half of them are going around the regular lobbies and stuff. You might not run into one every single lobby. So if there's somebody sitting there complaining that every single death they get, it's because that dude's cheating and stuff, it's probably not the case. Not every single lobby, not every single death. It just doesn't make sense. But they are there. They are relevant, and it's something that we got to think of as gamers. Like you can't obviously sit there and call every single person a cheater, but you can't sit there and say that it's not a problem either, because when you're playing the game in multiplayer, 1 out of every 3 lobbies you get into is going to have probably someone wall hacking, somebody with light aimbot or something like that. It's annoying. It's crazy to me, and I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. It is what it is. But there's also another problem going on, and that is that Bobby Poff and all that got permabanned. And a lot of the community here, this is what I wanted to talk about, people defending and stuff. A lot of the community goes and defends this, and they say, well, no, it's not fair. It's not an actual permaban. But I want to show you guys something again here, and we're just going to search, does Call of Duty false permaban? We're just going to search that, all right? I've never searched it before, and right here it says, it doesn't matter what excuses people give, there are no false permanent bans. So for players who may have thought they were banned without reason, Activision pushed back against that notion and defended every ban that it's dealt. There's no false permaban, guys, at all. It's something that's just, it's not happening. It's they ban someone, they look at the account, they see what happened, they know exactly what's going on. There's not going to be a false permaban. Now, a lot of people are kind of defending him and going like, well, the dude's not even that good with hacks. The dude's not even that much of a good player. And he's saying that he lets people grind camos on his account and stuff. And, well, here's my problem with that, all right? And I'm not going to sit here and defend him. I'm not going to sit here and kind of go against him either. I'm going to give the dude the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he did go and share his account so that people could go ahead and grind the camos for him, which makes sense. He's streaming Warzone. There's no way he's going to be able to grind the camos. But this was 8 months ago, 9 months ago, 10 months ago. The game released a very long time ago. I'm not sure when he got all the camos completed or when somebody went on his account and got all the camos completed. But this was a very long time ago. Why would the permanent ban come in now? It just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe back then the person grinding his account didn't have any cheats installed on their PC or anything, and maybe now they went back on his account to get newer camos and they did have cheats that were detected. I don't know. It seems weird to me, right? And then people are also saying, well, maybe he got spam reported. That doesn't happen. Call of Duty does have a whitelist. The whitelist doesn't work like you guys think, where a lot of people on that whitelist could hack as much as they want. They could rage hack and do whatever and they'll never get banned. That's not the case. That they will get banned. It will happen, and it does happen. But the whitelist kind of protects streamers, mostly streamers, not content creators. So like I wouldn't be on that, for example. But the whitelist mostly protects streamers from getting spam reported, I guess you could say. Yeah, spam reported multiple times every single day and stuff. If they see that all these reports are coming in because viewers join their lobby and they start hating on them and they start spam reporting them and stuff, this whitelist kind of protects them against that. They won't go into shadow ban lobbies automatically or anything. It kind of keeps that away because there is going to be a lot of false reports on streamers, which makes sense. It does. But he wouldn't get permanent banned for that. That doesn't make sense. To me, whether it was him cheating, somebody on his account cheating, that account is still associated with cheats. I do not think it should be unpermabanned because it's not fair. Those stats on that account are gained through cheating methods. I don't care. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it wasn't. I'm going to let you guys decide that. I don't know who it was. I don't know what happened. I'm not on the dude's PC or anything. But what I find weird is that he made another account, an alt account, I guess you could say, went on it, and his main proof was, well, if that account is permanently banned, why isn't this one? And there's people defending that. It just, I don't get it. All right, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't get it. Okay, imagine you had one brain cell. You're playing COD. You get banned. You make a new account. You don't want to get banned. You don't want people to see you get banned. Let me change it. Let me get the mood set for this one. Are you, as a player, going to keep those cheats on your PC? Maybe you don't run them in the game, but are you going to keep them on your PC? You have one brain cell. You're using it. You're not keeping those cheats on your PC. It's not happening. You're not doing that. You don't want to get banned again. Let's go back to something nice. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. That can't be used as as an argument. It can't be used as anything. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, one other thing that we got to talk about is Ricochet. Ricochet is garbage. Call of Duty, when Warzone came out and when a lot of hackers first started taking over the game and stuff, Call of Duty goes and says, don't worry guys, we're working on the greatest anti-cheat ever, Ricochet. It bounced back to their face. It ricocheted right back to them. It didn't work. It's garbage. I don't know why it's there. I don't get how some games could have a really good anti-cheat and then a AAA studio can't. That doesn't make sense to me either. It kind of tells me that they don't really care about the hacking problem. It kind of tells me that it brings them money. Something must be going on, because they're not banning all these accounts. And sure, they banned 30,000 accounts every ban wave. Big whoop. That's just a small portion of players. They're going to make another account. What I think needs to happen is that every single account that gets perma-banned, I think it needs to be hardware ID banned as well. HWID banned. That means that all the hardware on their PC, I don't know what it's going to use, maybe the motherboard, maybe the ID of a certain hardware, maybe their graphics card, I don't know, ban that from being able to access the game as well. This is going to make sure that people will be scared to actually cheat in your game. They won't cheat if that's what's going to happen, because it means they will not be able to play the game ever again, no matter what they do, unless they change their hardware. And most people won't know which hardware to change, and they're not looking to fork over a few $1,000s for a new gaming PC. They're not going to cheat. Another problem is these cheaters. Let's set the mood one more time. I don't even know what this one does. I think it's just green. That's pretty ugly, actually. Let's put a rainbow going on here or something. We will do that. This one's all right. People pay for cheats. $20 a month, $30 a month. I saw something going for like 32 euros a month or something. And apparently the subscription service, someone left a comment on my video saying that it has 30,000 people subscribed to it at the moment, and that's just one cheat provider. These providers are making over $1 million a month. That is crazy. There is huge incentive for them to continue doing what they're doing. And they're always one step ahead of Activision. But the craziest thing to me is that people pay full amount for Call of Duty. Maybe they're just playing Warzone for free, but the people who cheat on multiplayer make no sense. Because you're paying full price for the game, then you're paying $20 a month for cheats, so hundreds of dollars a year just to cheat. But if you get permanently banned and you want to play multiplayer again, you got to buy the game again. Where's the logic? I get Warzone, it's free, but you're still paying $20 a month to cheat. I don't understand what people see in cheating. I don't understand what people like about cheating. I'm just yapping right now, to be honest with you guys. I don't even know where this video is going, but I don't get it. Help me understand it, because I personally do not get that whatsoever. And I don't care if you're a multi-billionaire. You're still throwing money to cheat. I don't get that. And then you got a lot of people in the community who call every single content creator a cheater. Guys, there's some honest ones, all right? I don't cheat. My accuracy is not even that good. People say I have aimbot. Guys, slow down my videos. Half of my shots are missing. If I had aimbot, that would lock on. Also, I don't have walls. People jump out at me all the time in my videos and drop me. I don't cheat. I don't do that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of people that do. I can't name names. I won't name names because I can't. I actually don't know who is. I don't know who's not. But you could kind of watch some videos sometimes and you could see some sus stuff. And I'm going to say, yes, there's probably a lot of big streamers that are. There's probably a lot that aren't as well. But what I see is if you watch a lot of the smaller streamers who get like maybe 3-4 viewers and stuff like that, if you actually go watch some of them, that's where you'll notice a lot of the sus stuff happening, because I think these guys are trying to get big and stuff. They're trying to do something. They're trying to make a name of themselves, so they'll cheat to do that. That's where I see a lot of the sus plays. Like I was playing Warzone. I was playing ranked Warzone, which is the worst. There's cheaters everywhere in that. But I was playing ranked Rebirth the other day, and I was running behind a wall. There was no way this dude could have saw me because he was 100 meters away. And I watched the kill cam. He was tracking me through a wall, and he had TTV in his name. So I searched, and I think he had 1 viewer. That's what I see. And then I found his YouTube as well. I was watching some of his videos and stuff, and he's consistently dropping 30 kills a game in Warzone Rebirth ranked. It doesn't make sense to me as well. And that's who you got to look for as well. Like people who are consistently outperforming literally everyone in a ranked lobby. is very sus, because ranked is going to put you with people of your skill, of your rank, and if you're outperforming them like by a huge margin, then you don't belong in that rank. You don't belong in that skill level, and that's where I see a lot of the cheaters and stuff. But guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Again, I could talk more about this, but I just wanted to get that off my mind. There's a lot. Call of Duty's doing nothing about it. The community is just blaming everyone and everything that has legs for being a cheater. It's crazy, and then they defend the actual cheaters. I don't know, man. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.